In this instructional video, we will be covering social presence in the digital environment. Creating an environment that fosters learning is important to any course an instructor designs. For both online and hybrid courses, the notion of social presence is key to creating that kind of environment. Social presence in the digital environment is what Lehman and Conseco term being there, helping students to engage with both you as the instructor of the course, but also with one another. While this presence is more inherent in our face-to-face interactions, it requires more intentional planning and design in the digital space. This is because face-to-face instruction allows us to read our students' reactions to lectures and the content, facilitate discussions in the moment, and engage students through our physical presence in the room, whereas online does not. However, social presence can be fostered in the digital space in other ways. Generally speaking, we can think of social presence as the inclusion of intentional activities and elements of the digital environment that ask students to communicate and interact with the instructor and/or their peers. The instructor's role in creating social presence in the digital environment is essential, perhaps even more so than the technology tools themselves, because she is responsible for promoting connectedness through the shared experiences she designs. It is important to weave elements of social presence throughout your course or your hybrid modules. Following are some suggestions for incorporating social presence before, during, and after your online instruction has occurred. Before class, you could create discussion prompts that allow students to voice their opinions, have respectful debates, contribute their perspectives, and share personal experiences. This can easily be done through the Blackboard discussion forum. Be sure to set expectations early regarding communications. Provide guidelines on peer review, netiquette, communications, and other elements that you think are important. Let students know how you will be participating in online discussions and how you expect them to participate in online conversations. For example, would you like them to infrequently post but make sure to read the discussion forum daily and to create a summary weekly? Or do you want them to take part in a group discussion board where they check it more frequently and are required to post more frequently? You could also create an off-topic water cooler online discussion area where students can exchange ideas not necessarily related to course topics. Establish a Twitter page for your class. You can create opportunities where small groups can work toward a common goal to share with the class. Small group work can be facilitated through Blackboard asynchronously or through Zoom synchronously. During class, you can require students to post an introduction with a photo or avatar of themselves as the first class activity. This can be done in Blackboard, or you could even set up a Padlet wall for students to post and view. Ask students to share their background and goals for the course. Require students to respond to their peers' posts with examples, references to other materials, personal experiences, success stories, or other feedback. Share your own personal stories and professional experiences related to course topics and materials. You can summarize online discussions weekly to show you have been reading and synthesizing posts and appreciate your students' engagement in those discussions. You can do this in the discussion board directly. You could send a weekly email, or you could even record yourself in Panopto or Zoom summarizing those key points from discussion. It's always nice for students to be able to see your face and see how you are responding to the discussions that they're having about the course material. You can set up small groups for online discussion and activities. Feel free to select participants based on shared interests or other characteristics related to the course content. You can even have small groups choose team names and develop a team charter with group norms at the beginning of the course. At the end of the class or your hybrid module, ask students to post a reflection of what they've learned and include 3 significant comments, observations, or moments for how their peers contributed to their learning. You can also keep the class Twitter feed going and encourage students to post even outside the blended module. Now that you have some general ideas for developing presence throughout your course or your hybrid module, go ahead and do some brainstorming regarding how you might incorporate these elements into the particular project that you are designing.